Alright guys, welcome to the first fireworks tutorial. In this particular tutorial we're going to go through a name template. So I'll just run you through and show you what a name template is. I've already started up fireworks and I'm just going to go to a previous fireworks name template that I made. You can see here that essentially a name template is just your name and then I've added a background to it. It's pretty basic. Okay. So this week we're going to be looking at name templates and also creating logos. And from the DLS, you will have found that there's quite a few files up there. There's this PDF document which essentially will run through, I'll just bring it over to the center of the screen, this PDF document which will just talk about the different panels of fireworks. It says fireworks CS4, you'll be using fireworks 8. Essentially it's the same, it hasn't changed all that much. There'll be quite a few different tools. There's a tool that you can refer to fill out the tools workshop sheet. And then it also talks about the properties inspector. I'm going to go through these in this video tutorial. The other thing that you'll see up there is a worksheet. This is where I'd like you to write on there and name all the different types of tools that fireworks has, just so you can try to familiarize yourself with the different tools. I've got a name template tutorial that you guys can look at. Essentially, I'm going to be going through this tutorial for you, but you might want to just read through all the different types of effects, effects and filters. Area of the properties inspector, I'll be showing you a few of those in this tutorial, but it's always a good idea if you run through them yourself, experiment, explore the application. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. Just going to move this off to the side and I'm going to click to create a new fireworks document. Hold on, fireworks is frozen up on me. Yep, there we go, fireworks. I'm going to create a new fireworks document. I've just clicked on this create new fireworks link and then I'm going to give it a width of 500 and a height of 250. I'm going to leave the color canvas set to white. I could make it custom or transparent if I wanted, but I'm happy to just have it as white. I'm going to click OK. See, we've got a nice white background in there. So essentially this is our stage where we can draw our particular, whatever we'd like to draw in fireworks, whatever logo or name template we'd like to create. We have a number of different tools on the left hand side that you'll see. You'll see that there's a black arrow tool, and if we click that down, we've also got a select behind arrow tool. We've got a pointer which will select direct points. We've got a crop tool that we can crop our objects. We've got like a bitmap. In the bitmap section, we've got the marquee tool and the oval tool. This allows us to be able to select different parts. So if we wanted to select someone's head, cut it out, we could use these tools to do that. You see here also here you've got lasso tools. These are other ways of being able to select things, and also you've got the magic wand tool, which is another way of selecting. So those three tools all help us select things. We've got a brushes tool, allows us to draw things on the stage. We've got pencil tool, which will allow us to also draw, and you've got an eraser tool that you can use to erase things. So play around with these different tools that you've got there. We've also got blurs tools and smudging tools that you can use. If you've used Photoshop before, then you'll find these tools quite familiar. We've also got a cloning tool, a rubber stamp tool. They call it rubber stamp tool here. It's a clone tool basically. So you can duplicate and copy objects across. You've also got a line tool that you can draw lines with. You've got a pen tool here where you can draw Bayesian curves, and you've got your rectangle tool and a whole heap of other different tools that you can use. These are all lots of fun to use in this particular application. You can have a bit of fun creating objects with those. You've got a text tool. This tool allows you to free transform, reshape things. You can do a whole heap of stuff. And these are our web tools. We won't be using those today. We've also got our colour selector, we've got our eyedropper, so we can go off and select a particular colour, and we've got our paint bucket. Alright, so let's get stuck into creating our first name template. I'm just going to go and draw a box on the stage, a rectangle, on the stage there. My color is set to white, so it came up white, so I'm just going to double click on that, and I'm going to change my fill color to another color. I'll chose pink, maybe I'll change it again, look for that red that I had before. You can see down in our properties panel that we've got a number of different options down the bottom here. At the moment, our color is set to solid. We're going to change that. So from our drop down menu, we can choose gradient if we wanted to. You can see here that because I've got my stroke selected white, then all of my different gradient effects coming up are white. I'm going to go over here and click that and choose black, like so. And now if I go over my gradient, we'll see I've got the black coming through. So before I had fold selected, so I'm just going to click on that, have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. You'll also find down in this selection that you've got patterns that you can use, a whole heap of patterns. Some of these patterns, there's threads down here, there's smears, there's all kinds of different things. Really play around with this and just experiment and see with what you can come up with. There's some excellent different types of patterns that you can play around with. There's fill options here. I won't go into that just yet. Anyway, just choose a nice background. I'm going to go back to my folds one, so I rather like that. I think that looks really cool. I'm pretty happy with my folds rectangle. The only thing that I'd like to change or add is a drop shadow. So I'm just going to go over to my filters tab here, click the plus button, and I'm just going to add a drop shadow. We'll see that a drop shadow has been added, nice and thin. I'm pretty happy with that. I might increase the size a little bit. Let's have a look. Oh, increase the distance. That's a bit too far away. I think I'll go back to about 7. Yeah, that's nice. Here I can adjust the blur. So if I increase the blur of it, then you can barely see that I've even got a drop shadow. Just take that down a little bit. I think that looks pretty nice. I like subtle things. That looks nice and subtle. Alright, so basically we've got our name template set up, our background set up. I'm just going to click on the text tool. I've got a heap of different fonts on my computer. I'm going to choose this Charlotte from the Charlotte book. Whoops. Charlotte, and I've got a London. Yeah, I might try London 1980. I'll try that. I'll just type my name in, Jamie. That looks pretty good. I could select my text, go down and change the size down here. I'm going to change it back to about 90, or thereabouts, 96, that's good. I'm going to click on my black arrow tool, and I'm just going to reposition that. You can see I've got some crosshairs that have come up. They're just letting me know that I'm in the center of my stage. I'm going to release my mouse, and I've done that. And I think I'll just add a little bit of a drop shadow to my name as well. I'm going to change it from black to white, just so that it stands out nicely. What I also might add a stroke around my letters. So if I choose a blue color, then you'll see it stand out. You can see the blue and the Jamie stand out. I'll change that to black. I think that looks quite clean. And essentially there you go. You've made your first name template. That's how easy it is. Okay? So you've got a whole heap of different filters and things that you can add to not only your text but also to any objects that you draw. You've got a whole heap of different objects over here that you can choose to create different things. It's really, the sky's the limit. I want you to go ahead, make a name template for yourself, make one for your mum, make one for your sister. Go for it, make a whole heap of different name templates. So one last little thing that I'm going to show you before I finish this video, and that is to go to Canvas, Modify, Canvas size, we'll go to Trim Canvas, click on that, and you'll see our canvas will be nicely cropped for us. So now everything's nice and neat.